Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's so exciting that we finally get some new films in 2021, and I'm starting off my first one with Wrong Turn. Now, like I said, new movies are hard to come by nowadays with the pandemic, theaters being shut down. Movies just keep getting pushed further and further away. So, yeah, this is really exciting to get a new one, so let's dive into this. So, Wrong Turn is a 2021 horror movie starring Matthew Modine, Emma Dumont, and Charlotte Vega, and directed by Mike P. Nelson. So, this is an interesting reboot. I'm pretty sure that's what I would call it, a reboot. It's not exactly a remake. They change quite a few things up. And that's the first thing I want to get into. There's a lot of people hating on this movie, and that's okay if you don't like the movie, but a lot of reviews, all I'm seeing is 1 star, 1 star, and their excuses. This is a wrong turn. There's no cannibalistic hillbillies running around, and they're all pissed off about that. And it's like, guys, but we had 6 movies of these goofy, cannibalistic, inbred hillbillies running around with traps and stuff. So it's nice to change things up a bit, and we don't want a carbon copy of the original Wrong Turn neither. So to me, this was a good choice. The only little negative here is maybe they should have changed the name, because it does seem to affect the score online. I think IMDb has this up as a 5.4 right now, and like I said, most of the reviews are all just, this ain't Wrong Turn, and it's, well, just think it as something else and maybe you'll enjoy it more. So the basic plot of this film is a group of friends all travel to West Virginia, and they're in this little town. They stay there for a night or so, and they decide to go hiking into the mountains, in the woods. And they get kind of warned by all the townsfolk saying you have no business going in there, and and at the end they say, okay, you can go, but make sure you stay on the trail. Don't wander off the trail, or you're not going to make it back. They end up going out into the woods, and obviously they don't listen. They go off the trail, and they start going missing. Weird shit starts happening, like they start getting caught in traps, and eventually they run into this community called the Foundation. They're a mysterious group of people that have been living outside of the community into the woods. Now, I'm not going to go any deeper than that into the plot because this is going to be a non-spoiler review. What I told you is pretty much what is given in the trailer and given as a plot synopsis on all the websites, so I'm not going any deeper. This is a new release. I don't like to spoil it for people who haven't seen it yet. So as I explained before, the plot, the number one positive for me is that they did something different. Going through all these films, you get very tired of the same old shit, and they definitely switched things up. And talking about changing things up, the production value, holy cow, this is way more than probably all the sequels combined. It's a very well shot film and directed film. The scenery is real nice. The film also does a really good job at keeping things mysterious. Even after I kind of figured out what was going on with the people in the woods and that, they still kept me guessing what's going to happen next. And this also kept the tension throughout. I really felt for the characters' lives. I felt that they were in danger pretty much the whole runtime. Even when you think that they're safe, there's always something that comes up around the corner. And when shit does go down and, like, say someone gets hurt or whatever, the effects are pretty great in this film too. They don't rely too much on the CGI, just a little bit. It's mostly practical, which is real nice to see, especially in a new horror film. We got to see a lot in the 80s, but everything's covered in CGI nowadays. We get a bit of it here, but it's not overdone. And for the villains of this movie, the woods people, I find they have really cool costumes. Like, you see it on the cover there. It's almost like not a moose skull, but they have like these animal skulls on their, like, as masks pretty much, and they're wearing like almost these it's almost like a sniper suit. It looks like a ghillie suit. Just yeah, this is really cool. You get like real hunter vibes from them, and I just think it's a really nice change because the old films we had the cannibals, and I don't even think that those inbred cannibals were even that great of villains. They they were okay in the first film, but then they used Three Finger pretty much throughout the rest of the series, and I didn't think that he was strong enough to stand on his own. Whereas this community, they really try something unique, and I believe it works 100%. And some of the themes in this film too, with the local town, with the community in the woods, and with these young adults hiking through the woods, there's there's something relevant with today's society and with this film. There's these little messages, underlining themes. I think that works whether you're talking about like political parties or just regular everyday life shit. This film is sort of relevant to that, and you will understand once you watch the movie how just how society sees people and how we group off into different parts of society, I guess. Now, besides this movie being named something else, like that was kind of my only negative. I'm not mad at it for being named Wrong Turn, but it probably should have chosen a different name. But it was a good way to get people in the seats, or rather, watch it on demand or buy the Blu-ray. However you watch this film. And there is times where the action's going on, the camera can get a little shaky at times, but it's not too much. It's not too distracting. The film doesn't rely on it the whole time. It's only a bit more near the first of the film where we get some of the shaky cam, but the rest of the films is shot pretty well. And besides all that, we kind of get a subplot with the father of one of the girls that is involved in the hike, and he's trying to look for her and like because she's gone missing. He can't. She's not answering his phone calls, so he's trying to figure out where she went and then try to go rescue her in the woods. And I thought that was a cool little subplot to change things up with the main story. It's going on at the same time, so I found that was really cool too. But anyway, guys, I don't want to get too much into this film because there will be spoilers if I continue. It's one of those movies that it's kind of hard to talk about without giving everything away. But as for a rating, I thought this was a very good reboot. Really good first movie to watch in 2021. They didn't disappoint me, and it's one of my favorite wrong turn films now. I'm going to give this a 7.5 out of 10. This was very good in my eyes. So let me know down below if you enjoyed this film or have you watched it yet. How does it line up with all the rest of the Wrong Turn movies for you? Is this one of your favorite, one of your least favorite? Are you one of the ones that are pissed off that it's called Wrong Turn, or does it not bother you as much, kind of like me, where I'm like on the fence about the name? Make sure to check out my franchise ranking of the Wrong Turn movies coming out real soon. I'm going to be putting that together. I think I just have part 6 to watch left, and then I will make that franchise ranking for you guys. And you get to see where this film lands into that franchise ranking. So that's all I got today for you guys. I hope you have a good one, and thanks for watching.